Ethereum is up over 14% in the last 7 days. In the same time, Bitcoin is up over 8%, and the Binance coin is up over 12%. We've seen some pretty huge gains in the last week or so. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Cody, and I want to go ahead and go through some very important Bitcoin metrics as well as crypto chart TA. And we're going to go ahead and start with our Bitcoin chart TA as usual. So Bitcoin over the last couple of days has been pretty explosive. We've come all the way through that vital resistance point of 30K, and it shot right above it. Now I've outlined the next huge resistance point to be at about 31,000. I've put this level here, and there's additional resistance up here at about 32,300. And if Bitcoin can clear this initial resistance band, that would put us in rarefied air, and we'd basically be back to where we were back in June or July of 2021. Now, we're already kind of knocking on the door of that level right here, currently where it's at right with 30,300, but that would put us in a place that we haven't seen for quite some time. Now, Bitcoin has had quite a bit of volume coming in the past couple of days. And if we go ahead and take a look at the RSI, we can see here that it is very close to being overbought. It's at about 68. So buyers have been very strong over the past couple of days, pushing the price higher and higher and higher. And right now, it looks like the momentum is carrying us even higher. But there's something very important that I've noticed about Bitcoin recently. If you take a look at Bitcoin's funding rate, which you can see here is a large increase in the number of longs we have here. So again, the funding rate gives us an idea of the premiums that longs are paying to shorts in perpetual contracts. And what we have here is a pretty large increase over the from about the 10th of April all the way now until about the 16th of April. So we're starting to see a big increase in the premium that longs are paying to shorts. So what this means in practice is that we're going to wind up seeing some more volatility in the future. We might actually catch a very nice upward move in the immediate future. Usually when it spikes like this, we wind up seeing an appropriate move to the upside, especially when the spike is significant over a short amount of time. That just goes to show that there are more longs moving into positions for the perpetual market, for the perpetual contracts market, and that should impact the actual spot price. If we go ahead and take a look at open interest, which is the number of options aggregated, you aggregate all the options together, we can also see that we've had a significant move up in the last couple of days. And this right now, previously over about the 13th or 14th of April, it was actually at levels that we haven't seen since November. So the number of options contracts are also going up, in addition to what we've seen with the funding rate. So derivatives in general right now are showing a very strongly bullish and very strong number of longs. And I also want to go ahead and take a look at some important other metrics that we can take a look at. So this is our Bitcoin net unrealized profit loss levels. This is right now at a level that we have not seen since April of last year, actually, right now. And we are currently sitting at about 34 or about 34%. So in aggregate, in average, 34% of all Bitcoin hodlers are in unrealized profit, which is something that I think is fairly amazing. If we zoom out and we take a look at the all-time, we can see here that we're almost back to where we were prior to the huge dump off we saw in May of last year and then June, and we're at a completely different band, a much higher band than we've been all of year, all the last 6 months or so. We are much, much higher. And then I also want to go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin miners reserve as well. Miners reserve gives us an idea of how many Bitcoin are in miners' wallets. And what we've seen so far is that miners have been selling pretty steadily. And miners have been selling ever since the January rise up in the Bitcoin price. you can see here that we have an opposite move here as Bitcoin tends to go up. Miners tend to sell. They've sold dramatically over the past couple of months, but the selling does seem to have calmed down a little bit. Now we're getting a little bit of sideways action over the last month or so. So it looks like miners are not selling as heavily as they were previously in the year. We go look at this and we can see here that we've had a pretty massive decrease back in February. Now we've kind of leveled off a little bit. And in fact, it looks like we've come up just a little bit. And now it seems like miners are keeping those coins in their wallets as opposed to selling them. I also want to go ahead and talk about Ethereum as well. So we're going to go look at your Ethereum charts. Ethereum is almost at this resistance point that I've marked out here at about 21,000 or about 2134, and Ethereum right now is at a level that previously we have not seen since May of 2022, and we've kind of rocketed past this huge resistance point that about 2,000 that we had back in August. So Ethereum is showing incredible strength right now, and the reason for that seems to be the successful Shanghai upgrade we've had over the past couple of days. That seems to have pushed Ethereum and Ethereum prices much higher. And if we go ahead and we juxtaposition this with our Bitcoin dominance is something I've talked about quite a bit recently, and Bitcoin dominance has actually come down quite a bit. We hit a strong resistance here at about 48, almost 49%. And Ethereum dominance has gone up dramatically in that time. And now Ethereum dominance is very close to this huge box of heavy resistance that we've put up here at about 20.5% or so. So it's very close here to this box. It's going to have a really hard time pushing above where it is currently. But it seems like that Shanghai upgrade has pushed more investors and traders to sell their Bitcoin and instead buy Ethereum instead. And if we go ahead and take a look at our Ethereum as part of the exchange reserve, so this is the number of Ethereum on exchanges, we've seen that that's come down dramatically in the last year or so, and we've seen just a huge move down as people are buying Ethereum off the exchanges. And if you take a look at the total value staked currently with the Ethereum, we've seen just a huge increase in the number of staked Ethereum. And this is really impressive given the fact that we had Shanghai recently, which allows people to unstake their Ethereum, and then the fear would be that they would sell it, and they are basically not selling it. And now the amount of total value staked has actually increased dramatically over the past couple of days. All right, now last, I want to go ahead and go over Binance Coin. Binance Coin has also moved up pretty dramatically, and we've seen so far that that 342 level has been taken out, and we're going to go ahead and move up a resistance a little bit here to the current resistance point that we saw back in November, that huge spike that we had. And this right now, resistance will run all the way here from about 352 to all the way up here to about 360 or so, and that'll be the next heavy resistance point that Binance Coin needs to get through in order to push higher. So far, we have just a gigantic, a pretty large increase for just about all the crypto that we're covering so far. And this week, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know there's what the economic events are going to be for this week. So if you go ahead and take a look at Market Watch, what we can see here is that we have some Fed president speaking Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday we're getting jobless claims, and then Friday we're going to see if we can get some the services PMI numbers as well. So we don't have any huge events coming up like Jerome Powell conference or a CPI number, for instance, but we are seeing some economic reports being released for the week. Now, I don't think that these are going to wind up causing any major spikes or any major volatility, but there's always a possibility for the market to take one of these things wrongly and send everything back down, or spike on these comments based on what they say. Now, I don't think it's going to be, again, I don't think we're going to see huge volatility, but we've seen just massive strength in all crypto that I've been covering, and it's just been kind of unreal, the amount of strength that we've seen so far, and it seems to have pushed higher in accordance with the NASDAQ and higher, especially with Bitcoin when it comes to gold, that we've seen a different kind of risk-on attitude and risk-on approach to the market that we have not seen in 6 to 8 months. So it's been nothing short of amazing. And I'm here to cover it all with you guys. If you guys are interested in hearing about any more of this information that I'm putting out, be sure to follow me on Twitter, because that's where I put up the juiciest, the most up-to-date information when it comes to crypto. And also be sure to like and subscribe in the channel. Greatly appreciate that. And I appreciate the support that you guys have been giving me. I haven't put out very many videos lately because I've just been incredibly busy. So that's all I've got for you guys today. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video.